All right, greetings, gamers. Here we are for our last episode of this. We'll just call this 1.0 playtesting. We'll see if this ever sees the light of day anywhere. I'm just sharing a couple of clips back to you guys that you can actually look up in the Honorbound playtesting group, so you can check out the last one that we recorded, just to see if that's even something you're okay with. That being said, though, I think our last session was a lot of fun, even though we fast forwarded through a lot of stuff. And so here we are finishing up just a couple days later, so it's still fresh in our brains with everything that's going on. And uh, just to go around real quick, um, I have everything written up in the playtest thing, but just to remind everyone is that we have just two scenes we're going to take a look at today. We're going to do a duel, and we're going to do the race, the Scrapyard 500, or I think they'll probably just call it the Great Race at the Scrapyard, um, at the Buckaroo Valhalla Scrapyard. So let's talk about the duel. You've been smacked in the face. Here are here's how it works. I'm going to post these in the notes. All right. Because you were the challenged on there, you're going to have to choose seconds. Okay. Uh, Shiv is going to act as his own second, which is highly unusual. Um, well, I guess you know what? No, it's not going to be Shiv's going to be the second. It would be Gallagher. Gallagher is going to act as Shiv's second because Shiv is the one who proposed the duel. So, Ruxton, you need to assign someone as your second. Now, the duties of the second are as follows: is that they are going to try and find a peaceable solution before it goes to duel, if possible. You may not want them to do so, though, and you can tell them that. But the two seconds meet together to try and figure out if there's a way, if they can settle it without any honor being lost. Okay. Usually responds with some sort of apology or something like that, off screen, right? Um, if that's not possible, then they have to figure out what weapons are going to be used during the duel and also what of the two types of duel are being issued. Is it going to be just for first blood or to the death? Okay. So the first thing you need to do at this point is choose your second, and then we'll just jump into uh, that scene.
I would ask Bartok to be my second.
Proudly.
If it was a spying duel, Nephelina, you'd be the first on my list.
Not offended. I recognize my weakness in this area. I don't think you want me as a second.
Just saying.
Although the negotiation part of being a second, maybe.
I mean, that's the thing, right? Yeah, that's sorts of things you have to consider because there's going to be roles and checks and negotiations the second's going to have to try and figure out. So, okay, that being said, though, it's good to have a good fighter as your second because if you don't do it, let's say Ruxton on the day of the duel skips town, the second has to step in for the duel.
Keep going. I have an idea.
Well, we'll see how this goes for you, and that's what I'm excited about. All right, it's the next morning. Hmm. It's been a fretful night of sleep, especially for Ruxton, as Cyan, Lysa, and Gallagher are off with a romantic evening. Really, their first date, trying to get to know each other as the betrothal. After tomorrow is the Great Race, which Bartok is trying to get ready for as well. And your job ends after tomorrow. You see the Great Race. You're acting as escorts for Cyan Lysa is over. You go back to the guild house and report everything that's happened. So you're very close to getting out of this town. That also may be your last chance to sabotage the betrothal if you need to, Ruxton, because at that point in time, sovereigns of your house, of your guild house in Deep Star, are meeting right now to try and bring this betrothal to completion. So by the time you get back, a decision will probably have been made. Okay, or at least maybe another couple days afterwards. All right, so yes.
First thing in the morning, like 5 o'clock in the morning, I would go to Nephelina's room.
Okay.
I'm gonna wake you up. I have an idea. I can't hear you.
You're right. You can't hear.
Yes.
I was just being like, what?
Okay. So
Shouldn't you be sleeping? You have a fight in a little bit.
yeah, I didn't really sleep. I have an idea though, because I really don't want to fight um dude.
Shiv.
Shiv.
Shiv. I don't want to fight Shiv. It's not about Shiv. There's no honor in me
Well, maybe
fighting
you
Shiv.
shouldn't have fight, or maybe you shouldn't have become attracted to Lysa,
Man, that's
or let yourself act on being attracted to Lysa.
we're way beyond that now. All right.
Get it? But I'm just saying, you gotta think about these things
Yeah.
in the future.
Sure. And I will. I promise I will. But for today,
Future.
Bartok's the second. But I think I have a just as important thing you could do. Can you use your
And
spy
what's
stuff? Like, use your spy stuff and like poison Shiv or like make him really sick so that he can't fight, and then I'll fight uh shithead instead.
but if
Because if Shiv can't fight,
that
the
is a very
second has to fight.
dishonorable thing to do. I understand that, but that is a very dishonorable way to make that happen.
It's
If one were
dishonorable
to
to
be
pay
caught,
some dude to do duels for you. This is way better.
I'm gonna say no,
Why?
because we get caught. Think about yes, the dishonor. That is the
You
best word I got.
do you want me to hurt a man that doesn't deserve to be hurt, who is taking the honor from somebody who should be doing it in the first place?
Because it's his job.
Come on, you know
It
it's
is,
horseshit.
it is Shiv's job to protect Gallagher. Therefore, yes, he would step in this situation. I actually think you offended Shiv more than you offended Gallagher. So I think Shiv's more mad than Gallagher is.
Never mind, I picked the right
I think
second. See you later. Ruxton's gonna leave.
uh,
Snap. All right, Bartok, you are expected to meet Gallagher, who's acting as second for Shiv at 8 a.m. Why not just in the living room of your of where you guys are staying at? That's absolutely fine by me. Um, Shiv will escort Gallagher there, but then is given you guys the space in the living room. Now, obviously, you've told everyone else like where this is taking place. Nephelina, Ruxton, where do you want to be situated? You can be in the room, but you're not expected to talk unless Bartok asks you questions or asks for clarification or whatever.
I'm probably just like sulking, like in a chair, like in the as far away from the conversation as possible. And yeah, that's where I'll be.
Okay. As the challenge, you would have told Bartok this. What uh, weapons type do you want? And you have your full choice of pretty much whatever you want. But the general ones would be like hand to hand, words like of wits, right? A battle of wits, um, a battle of like storytelling, like panache, or like mental prowess or whatever. So choose like that's kind of what you're deciding on. And then finally, it is not your choice, but you can argue for it for first blood or to the death. And so you need to communicate that to Bartok before these negotiations begin. So, like now, what do you think?
I don't care, Bartok. What do you want to do? Like, whatever. I don't care.
How long have you known her?
How long have we worked for the guild house?
So it's a couple months at most.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to tell you this from the heart. I'm going to ask you this. Is she the one? Does she give you the love that you deserve?
There's a lot of ins and outs with this stuff, right? There's the guild house, and there's rules and stuff. Like guys like me aren't supposed to end up
I'm
with
like,
like girls like that.
you're at a table nearby, like reading a book and drinking a cup of coffee, but like totally tuned into what's happening. I'm like,
Yes,
answer the
absolutely.
question.
You deserve a love better than what she's given you. I'm going to say we're going to first blood, not to the death, so that you have the chance to experience that.
I think that's fine. I mean, yes, obviously, yeah. Um, as far as uh, as far as the weapon, like I'm really good at uh at galactic astronomy trivia. I know a lot of different trade routes and planets and things. And uh, if we get into any sort of physics, I'm pretty good with that trivia wise. Um, it's not like arm wrestling. What do you think Shiv's good at?
He's really good at hitting stuff.
Okay, well, let's not try to
Probably
avoid
good at
that.
shooting stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's avoid
yeah,
those.
let's avoid that. Like
Yeah.
Battle of the Wits, that probably good. Although I probably should have slept more last night if I'm going to do that. I'm now realizing that. Ah, okay. So no fighting per se. First blood. Anything else you need to know?
You're the best rigger I know. If it's not trivia, do you think something like that might work?
Yeah, sure. If there's a way to have a contest at it, I guess. I don't know.
I have some ideas.
All right, I trust you. Nephelina. Nephelina. Can't hear you. Thank you. I'm sorry. Both of you. I'm sorry. I might have got caught up in things a little bit. So,
I'm sorry I was not able to fulfill your request, but I
it's okay.
agree with Bartok that you deserve more than what she's giving. She is a teenager who is seems to be not that this is true of all teenage girls, but she seems to be subject to the whim of the moment and you happened to be the whim of the moment that one day. Now
Maybe.
Gallagher is that whim,
Yeah.
even if he does not return her.
I think you're right.
I'm
Let's just
sorry, I
try to
know
get.
that hurts.
No, it's fine. I'm fine. Let's just try to get this thing done. So nobody gets hurt, and we don't hurt the guild, and we just get the fuck out of this thing. All right, let's whatever we got to do. Let's just do it.
Gallagher enters into the room. Hmm.
That
Well,
fucking guy.
Shiv opens the door. Right. Gallagher enters the room. Crushed velvet pompadour type suit, black boots, to be able to arms bare from here down to have the. He obviously polished his scales earlier this morning, get a nice gleam on it for his deep purple shading as he comes in. His solitary fin of nobility, and there's like, wow, good on the morrow. Uh, I am Shiv's second. Who will I be speaking to?
I'll step forward.
Oh, I see. Okay. What is your weapons?
Our firsts are going to compete in a match of wits and rigging of mechanical
Well,
devices to first blood.
well, wits is talk about these as the two separate parts. As I am the one who is challenged, I get first say for the first blood or to the death. I do want to ask you, can your man bear the shame of not being riled to protect for his so-called love? We may battle to the wits if he wishes. In fact, Shiv is quite good at a good many limericks that are about. Mm, rigging may not work, but I'm still open to this idea of wits. Um, Counter offer, battle of wits, but I'd rather see your man bleed. Is he not acceptable to hand, or perhaps 10 paces?
He'd be open to hand if someone had the courage to step forward for his own convictions rather than sending a hired man forward. So instead, perhaps we stay with wits. Perhaps a matter of knowledge of the stars and of the nature of the universe and physics. Unless, of course, someone had the courage to step forward for their own convictions.
Hmm. This is quite a tempting offer that you give me. Hmm. And while you see him pondering that, you suddenly remember that House Deep Star is a house of academics. And it's like, well, this could be quite beneficial. I could ruin a man's name and still get my betrothal. He'd surely be kicked out from the housing. I just want one last check though. So that is a no to the actual bloodshed. And he's going to try and do a Nash taunt. It's directed at Ruxton because he's in the room, so he knows he can hear him. He raises his voice high enough. You hear it. You're the only one that's supposed to speak. However, I am going to try and okay. I am not going to spend any dice, so I'm going to take a 12. You can defend this attack, Ruxton, but you have to use composure. This will be an attack on your honor.
Okay, is it panache? Composure?
Yeah, that would be fine. Yeah.
Okay. Dude has a 12. I can't beat him.
Well, it's all right. So this is like an attack. So it's what the difference is. That's how much damage he does to your honor.
Got it.
So right now I've got
So
a
take
12.
2.
You've got a 9. You can
I have a
spend a die
9.
to keep one more. I don't know if that's worthwhile. Probably not, though.
No. Just gonna go down to 4. Okay.
Okay, so he does 3
Saga point,
honor
though.
damage to you. Now, if you agree to fight him, or fight Shiv rather, using weapons or 10 paces and a volley, you gain that honor back immediately.
Fine. Guns. 10 paces. Let's do it. Marshak, make it happen.
I'm going to attempt to read Ruxton to see if that's what he really wants, or if he's just lost his head. Maybe empathy?
Uh, Boy, you guys have been around each other long enough to kind of know each other stuff. I think you can obviously tell that Gallagher had like that was a stinging enough remark. Um, Now you're torn here though, because it's your duty as a second to do what the first tells you to do. Um, but as a friend, you know, or at least at very least as a guildmate, um, that's not as strong a suit. So,
I'll I'll attempt to challenge this breach of ethics on the part of Gallagher.
but I accept. Well, I mean, do you speak for
I'll try to can I attempt to taunt him since it's supposed to be the second speaking? Can I attempt to taunt back?
100%? Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Um, I was thinking panache taunt to make him feel bad, but maybe, and this isn't my strong suit, wit to shame him and his family for such a thing.
Sure. Oh,
Ooh, well, I got some saga points. Uh,
that that you did.
we'll make that. We'll make that, and I'll buy one of those. I'll make it an 8.
Okay. All right. I rolled really bad, but I still beat your roll.
Yeah, you kicked my ass. Yeah, yeah.
Um, he seems completely immune to the idea like that would ruin his house. It's just like, or he just turns it around and it's like, well, it appears to me that if you're not willing to do what your first asked you to do, that you are not suitable to be a second.
Yeah, so I'll take a hit to my honor on that one. The good news is we've now gained 2 unity points. I'll bump us up to 6.
Thank you. Thank you for remembering
Not a strong start, but we'll make it up.
that.
Ruxton, you want to do this? Actually, I'll give him the look that says, "Do you want to do this?" All right. Do the rules allow me to step aside?
Oh, you're still speaking for him. So, oh, do you want to step down as the second?
No, no, no. Just to
Oh,
allow this. Yeah. Ruxton accepts the challenge. Oh wait, do I then? Since he named the weapon, do I name blood or death?
no. Nope. So he's waiting for you to say, like, I assume you do say, like, yes, Ruxton accepts. Pistols
Ruxton
are
accepts.
okay. He's like, I thought he might. You're a very good second. I admire your work very much. This will be to the death. Now, it's your job as the second. You know that's not what Ruxton wants, right? And you also know that's not what you want either, from your previous conversation. So you have an opportunity to try and talk him out of that. But you also know how good Gallagher is at this. But I don't know, you're rolling some decent dice. Maybe, it could happen. Do you want to try and talk? I assume you want to try and talk him out of him or renegotiate it.
Absolutely. It would be a weak man indeed who uses a hired gun to vanquish a rival for the love of a woman. I'm gonna panache that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's 100% what he's doing. Like, yes.
Yep, I'll panache taunt back.
All right, Bryant.
There we go. I'm gonna buy one of those die.
Snap. All right, I get a couple tension finally. Um, but yeah, are you gonna buy one or two?
I can. Oops, jeez. Looking at the wrong sheet. 17's pretty solid. I'm gonna buy the one.
Okay. 17. Oh, I wanted this to the death so badly. I was gonna spend any number of tension I could to make it happen. So tell me how you do it. Tell me how you convince them otherwise.
No, exactly what I just said. Yeah, it would be a
Oh
weak
yeah.
man indeed, unworthy of a woman's love to use a hired hand to kill a rival.
He just gives you a smoldering look, as you obviously have touched upon a nerve. This is obviously not the first time he's used this sort of tactic, but it's maybe the first time he's been called out face to face on it. As he was like, fine, first blood. We'll see you tomorrow morning at the dueling grounds. And actually, like, well, shall we then go to the great race? Yeah, because you guys are still
See you at
supposed
the
to
finish
escort these
line.
guys. All right, fantastic. So we've got a volley duel set for after the race. Um, just to first blood, though. Well done. That was our first time trying to set up and doing a dueling thing. I loved it. That was a ton of fun. How'd it go for you guys?
I mean, obviously, Ruxton is not the kind of guy that wants to get in that sort of duel. So it was perfect. Yeah, like as far as drama and conflict goes, yeah, nailed it. Not what Ruxton wanted at all, but he's so pissed and confused. So yeah, it was perfect. Loved it.
Great. All right, great. Love it. Okay, so then,
I was really hoping to get them into a contest in rigging, that would result in the other my what's his name and I Gallagher and I riding in the race tomorrow with our first having souped up our rigs. I was hoping to get us there. I was hoping to get us there, but
That would have been awesome.
super interesting. Yeah, yeah.
I
And
can't
if
imagine Gallagher would have ever let that fly. So it
no,
was
and the other thing was too, if you hadn't gotten talked into doing a fight with Shiv, Gallagher 100% was going to step in to do the battle of wits, and then just try and shred each other's honor until it's nothing. Um, so that being said, it is the day of the race, and I'm going to copy this. Boop. And I'm going to move it over here.
I'm gonna as I prepare, I'm gonna shove a sheaf of big piece of paper rolled up sort of down into my uniform. We'll come back to that later.
Okay. Here is a very dark map that I made. There is a lightened up map under the Honorbound playtesting. All right, it is race day. It is a big deal for the town of Buckaroo Valhalla Scrapyard. Oh, what's that, Rachel?
I was talking to Eric. He was
Oh,
here in the kitchen with
fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Um, yeah, it's race day. There's a ton of fanfare, a lot of excitement in the air. There seems to be a little extra electricity for some reason. It's for the yearly race. This is their biggest race that they have. Well, like the second biggest race. The reason the crowds really turn out for this one is that it's possibly the bloodiest race that they have all year. It goes for, let's say, 10 laps, and the racetrack is a giant fleur de lis. If you know what that looks like, kind of like a spade, no, like a club on a card, kind of like that. And take a look at the map that I put out there, and I'll try and do it justice. So you see that there is kind of a upside down shoe horse. Okay. That is the stands where general admission, but well, this is kind of higher end, upper class or seating where you can buy tickets. These three circles set up in a triangle. This is where people that have a lot of money or influence watch it. So let's say the stands are up about 15 feet, okay, or so, and then stadium seating from that. These towers are up about 25 feet or so, okay, with open tops. They've got some like material over the top to keep the sun from beating down, but it's open air, so you can look down and watch the race. Uh, so where the star is at on the map, that is where you guys have a booth, okay, and it's going to be mostly just you guys sitting up on the top of this one. You'll see these little guide wires in between the three towers. Those are like banners and also for stability and stuff like that. uh, all the way at the bottom, which is like a sideways rectangle there, that's the announcement booth and all the higher muckety mucks. Like Coquette, if she decides to go there, is going to be in that booth over there. Now, the little arrows, that's how the race goes. All right. So let's say from the upper left-hand corner, there's an arrow coming out. That is the track coming from underneath the stands into a launch, okay, into a ramp that then flies across and then lands. And then it circle backs around and then from comes back from another ramp on the upper right hand, goes underneath the stands, hits a ramp, launches over here. Now, once you get there, you really get the idea of what the scrapyard, because all this is elevated, right? 15 feet, 25 feet, 30 feet, different levels and all that. Because everything down there, as soon as there's any sort of crash or wreckage or anything like that, it lays there. This is the scrapyard right here. It is, after that, it is a free for all for whatever parts are down there. So you see a lot of scavengers that are underneath the stands and nearby, just hoping for a wreck to get their hands on some prime material for their vehicles. Now they're going to be racing with um, chargers, which are like we went like from like kind of like the Star Wars land speeders sort of things. There's going to be all sorts of different kind of effects like that, so enough to be able to launch off there and land. Okay, so it is the morning. Bartok, you are going to be racing in this, correct?
Yes.
You have a garage dedicated for house plunder donkeys. And you're expected to be there like an hour early to take a look at your vehicle, put your gloves on, and get ready for the race. Ruxton, Nephelina, yourself, and Gallagher, Shiv, and Cyan Lysa are all going to be set up at the top of the tower. Now, because I'm fast forwarding through this, we're not doing a full session on this. We're just going to fast forward to get to the really nitty gritty of this stuff. I'm going to give everyone 2 research actions or security actions before the race starts. So, like, hey, I want to make sure I want to look at this, or I want to look at this, or I want to look at this. I'm going to give this for free to Bartok because this is obviously not normal. You get to the garage, and what you're expecting to be your normal charger isn't there. Instead, there is a chrome and gold gilded charger with a bow on it. And you see a familiar face. It is the rigger that you guys helped out drive those gangs away. And he's the mechanic that was really good. And he's like, from a friend, brought this to you. I built it. It is for you for your race. There's none faster. You cannot you cannot lose on this thing. It is from a mutual friend of ours. Clan Scarrow, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I figured they might try to help me out. We go way back.
Ah, good. Just be a little careful. You're probably not used to something this powerful, this precise. But you treat it
Yeah,
good.
the impact this is gonna have on Clan Scaros is, I think they'll be surprised.
Oh, good. Good. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I go watch. Yes?
Thank you, friend.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. And he goes up into the stands. All right. Take turns or talk amongst each other. What are some things that you'd like to do before the race officially starts? And then we're gonna jump ahead into the last lap.
I'd probably look for like sniper positions that other people would try to like shoot down racers if they could.
Yep. Because
That sort of
the
thing.
racetrack goes all the way outside, Bartek walked the track earlier, and at the very peak of the Fleur-de-Lis up on the north side of the city, there were a lot of rock crags, outcroppings out there, which would be a good place for shooting. But what you notice though, this time around, uh, well, yeah, if you'd like to go out there for one of your checks, you can, and I'll give you a roll.
I would.
Okay, like an investigation, because what you're going to see out there is maybe some unfamiliar people, and if you can give me either a um, let's see how kind of roll, like a society check or an investigation check of some sort to kind of identify these people, or like a
Can
charm
I
if you
do
want to try and talk to them.
like a wit investigation?
Yeah, yep, perfect.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you're just trying to get a 9. Oh my God.
Jesus. Well,
5,
oh,
6,
here
7,
comes the tension.
10. Yeah, you can roll a d6 on that guy. You hit it.
Yeah.
All right, a 3.
3.
All right, I'll look this up real quick on page 9. Um, ah, okay. As you're walking out there into the crags, you step on the tail of a scrap rat. They're about a foot and a half long, covered in like cancerous type growths that live in kind of the nastiest parts of the city. You step on its tail and it whips around and bites you for 2 damage of health. Or it's getting ready to fight. You can either fight it or run away. If you run away, you take the 2 damage and that's it, or you can try and fight it. What's the thing about these is that if you're in prolonged contact, um, they carry some nasty diseases.
Sure. Uh, Nah, I'm just gonna try to shoot it.
You can fight it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look up. I have stats for these guys. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll call it just like a 5 initiative. So you can do vigor athletics. You can also just let it go first if you want. So you don't have to do
No,
a
I'd
roll at
rather
all.
go first. Can I shoot it though? Like
Yeah.
vigor volley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. First you need to go before it though.
Do I have Forbin's help?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, you get Forbin with you.
Okay, so then how does that change
Well,
it?
you got to do initiative first. So Forbin doesn't help you with the initiative. So
Okay.
you choose to do either vigor athletics because you're just going on the quickness, or mysticism prescience is that you had a gut feeling that something like this was going to happen, so you get to go first.
I'll do vigor athletics.
Okay, you're just trying to beat a 5. Okay,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you got it. You get a saga point,
Hmm.
and yeah, you can go ahead and just try and shoot it. You know these guys aren't super healthy. Um,
Sure. There we go.
Unless you get a +3 total to your roll because of Forbin, right? There's a +3
Yeah.
or
So it's just a
+2, I
four.
can't remember.
It's we've gone back and forth. You tell me. I'll put it on
Yeah.
my thing. What do you
Uh,
think? +2 or +3?
let's say +2 because I don't want it to be better than something else. Because we said we can upgrade them later on, so let's start with +2.
Sure. Great. With the +2, then I have 13.
Yeah, you got a 13. I get to start my new tension point track. All right, you want to spend a die to keep another die, or spend a saga point to keep another die.
Do I think if I do that, I'm gonna just kill it outright?
Well, you think you're probably going to kill it outright already. It just depends how well I roll.
Right then.
Oh yeah, I did not roll. All right, yeah, you drew that sucker. Well, you tell me, how does it look? What do you draw down on it?
uh, yeah, I think it must have been already a little hurt by the time it got to me, and so I'm just gonna blast its head off. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So after you do that, you're like, you kind of recognize, oh, well, I guess it's either good news or bad news, depending how you feel about it. You're pretty sure that it's Zane out there who maybe hired some backup to kind of lock down what's the outcropping out there.
To protect other people from doing stupid shit, or for him to do stupid shit? That's the question. Um, well, I know they want Bartok to lose. Zane does anyway, right? Specifically Zane. Is that
Zane
correct?
does. Zane
Yes,
does,
but
but
not
Clan
the house,
Scarrow does
the
not.
clan.
Yeah.
Right.
And those are Clan
Uh,
Scarrow guys out there.
with him.
Hmm.
I'm gonna radio Bartok,
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell him that. This is what I see on the North Ridge.
Wait, what was that? What is it you see?
Zane's up here with a bunch of Clan Scarrow guys. So I don't know if he's there to make sure that they don't fuck up, or they're gonna try to. They don't want to. Well, Scarrow probably wants to kill you, but Zane doesn't. It's been a long morning, man. Well, what do you want me to do?
When the time comes, if you see them willing to take a shot at me, step in. Otherwise, keep safe.
Okay.
I'm not sure Zane wants me to finish this race at all. I'm pretty sure he wants me not to see the finish line.
So like really lose.
Yeah, not just lose.
Yeah.
End up in the scrapyard.
Worst day ever. All right. I'll figure something out. I didn't get a chance to look at the charger, so I apologize. I'm sure it's fine though.
No, if it came from the clan, they're gonna want to make sure I win. He's gonna want to make sure that I lose.
You got what from the clan?
What's that?
You got what from the clan?
You'll know it when you see me on it, brother. There's no problems. They took care of me in a way that no one else could have.
Okay.
All right, so
Okay.
that was one thing that you did. Would someone else like to do something before the race starts? Before we fast forward?
Who is slated to win?
The odds are,
I know I'm doing okay in the rankings, but who is it that's
well, no, you're a long shot.
oh, okay. Well,
Now, a lot of, I
money
mean,
making odds.
there you go. I put it in there for you. Now, there's been a lot of action under your name, like the large sum, not large sum. So that's actually going to change to 1 and 3.
So Gore 2, huh?
Yeah, Brick. Brick is his name.
Or oh yeah. Yep, okay. Brick.
Oh yeah, I switched it up for you guys. I put yours backwards. Oh, and everyone else is right.
No, that's
Whoops.
perfect.
So yeah, those are the betting lines.
Okay.
You see, you got the House Duchesne has got a racer in there, and you haven't really heard of anyone else, except for Brick. You've known Brick, uh, famous local racer. Won it last year, won it a couple years before that. Like just a good, consistent uh, driver. Also carries a huge hammer when he races. So
Yeah, I should probably arm myself, huh?
I mean, it wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get a nice big heavy chain.
Oh, yeah,
Yep. There's a good length of very heavy chain.
you got it. Does anyone want to do anything else before we begin?
I'm gonna go over that charger once just to make sure there's nothing rigged inside it to blow up or to intentionally malfunction. Look, I'm gonna look for anything that might be planted in there to sabotage it.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it is. Give me. You need a 13.
Okay, what kind of check would?
Investigate or rigging.
Yeah, for me that'll be investigate. Uh, mm. Hey, it can always the numbers can always go well, right?
Yeah, they could. Sure.
Jeez.
Yeah. Spend a point. Spend a saga point. You got it.
Okay, done.
All right. I get a tension point for that too. Yeah. There's a detonator in there.
Okay. Yep, I'll get that bad boy out of there.
Okay. Now it's going to be another 13 check, but it has to be rigging.
Oh, hey,
Now, yeah.
let's see. So I can spend a unity point to use the highest rigging score, right?
I was thinking about this quite a bit the other day, and I probably should have explained it a little bit more. You guys have to be in the same scene.
Okay. Huh.
Oh, Rachel, we lost you. Or is that just me?
No. It's a wonderful still shot of her too.
Oh, there
There
we go.
she's back.
Hey.
Oh. myself, and they're posted on my side.
Yeah,
I'll just
Nef-
do a little dance while I start moving
Nephelina, I need your help here. My hands are, I have hands made for racing, and I have trouble with some electronic stuff. I think you're a little actually better at rigging than I am. Could I have you just pull that piece loose down in there for me? I'm just
again.
clumsy when it comes to the fine work like this. I'm more of a twitch kind of driver.
I'm sure give that a try.
Yeah, as
I
soon as
need
he
to be
points it out
particularly
to you.
delicate. Did you tell me what it is? Did you tell me that it like could detonate, or are you just like making me think I'm like doing a thing?
You honestly, as soon as you see it, because you are your profession, you're an operator. As soon as he points it out to you, you recognize it as a detonator immediately.
Okay, just checking if I like was completely oblivious and just like, yeah, I'll get that out of there, or I know to be delicate. Yes, I will do my best. You might want to stand back though. We have another one of these that you can still race if I don't do well. But you have to survive. 6. It is wit rigging, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Trying to get a 13. Do you have a saga point to spend?
Believe I do. Yes, I have exactly 1 saga point to spend.
Boom.
And you just
I
made one
get
too.
1 back.
hmm
Yeah.
Perfect. You,
Break
with
even.
your deft hands and years of sabotaging yourself, usually clip it out. No, you just barely got it, so I'm not going to say that you got the whole, like you can't use it as a grenade now or anything, but you were able to disarm it.
Oh,
Can I, while I'm looking, can I just do like my own once over to make sure there's not another one? That maybe that was meant to be caught, but it is just the fact that it's the second one.
You feel very
thinking like a
confident.
spy and doing spy stuff. That's not what would have occurred to me. That's fantastic.
Because of
Where it's like,
your,
well, they made it obvious. So let me look for the hidden one.
that's fantastic. I might do that next time. Like give it like a 5 to find it. Like, oh, yeah, super easy. Oh, the second one, that's gonna make it 21, but yeah, all right, you got it. No, with your skills and expertise in like, you're like, there isn't any other way or if there are other ways, but not to your knowledge. This looks good. And even just taking a look at the machine itself with your rigging background, if you're like, this thing is primed and ready to go.
Okay. Is there, Bartok, do you have a plan? What plan? Do you need any help?
I'm gonna no. Scaros is helping me win this race, and I'm gonna give them exactly what they deserve.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you
don't you
needed any
worry.
signals about any other racers and their locations or anything, I can do you know what's happening.
I
Know
think
where
Grid
they're
is gonna be a
you need
challenge,
to
but I'm not.
know where they are.
No, I'm good. I'm good. No, I'm gonna take him straight on. I'm gonna see if I can beat him head on.
Well, this is
Thank
exciting.
you.
I
Well,
Thank you for
best of luck.
Thank you for helping me survive this.
Yes.
All right. We are
The
now,
goal.
unless there's something else that you guys want to do. Tell me where you're positioned. Bartok will be in the race, and I will tell you some of the things that have happened so far. Only a couple of small things have happened. But tell me where. So Bartok is racing. Where are Ruxton with his squire, and where is Nephelina? I will tell you, Shiv, Gallagher, and Cyan Lysa are exactly where they're supposed to be on top of that where the star is at on that tower. Um, Shiv and Lysa are getting into the race quite a bit. It's pretty exciting. Gallagher seems apprehensive. He was bored, and that turned into a little bit of apprehension. Where are you guys at? And if you wish to, I'll give you one more action because I told you guys I'd give you two actions before we got to the actual action. Everyone's done one thing, which I will say, Bartok, at this point, um, I'm going to wipe out Malfits. But otherwise, well, no, I better take out someone else. One, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, it's down to the 4 racers, 2 laps left. Brick got to steal. They've been back and forth over the years. And it looks like Brick finally got his win with a backhand with his hammer right into his chest. Yeah, you definitely get the feeling this is a lot more like chariot racing than anything else.
I'm gonna look for an opportunity to get up close to Brick. I wanna take a swing at him with my chain if I get a chance.
Oh, okay. So we'll say this happened earlier in the race. But yeah, you can give a swing. Well, you got a couple options. You can do like a dueling hand-to-hand attack on him, or you can use a driving check of let's see, we take a look at the house.
I wanna specifically use that chain to try to wrap up a piece of equipment on his charger or damage the controls. The whatever sticks or
Okay, you're trying to take out his ride.
used to drive the thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
to potentially damage his ability to drive it, not necessarily try to take him out.
Okay, he is going to respond by doing jinking, which is a dodge using his machine. So give me a dueling. Now, Brick is a phenomenal racer, so give me what you
Yeah,
got.
I figure if I can slow him down a little bit by attacking his rig, that's about as good as I'm gonna get.
Yeah, if you get a shot in on here, he will.
Holy
Oh,
shit!
oh, oh.
4 6s.
What is this?
Yeah, fuck it, I'm
Um,
buying 2 of them.
oh my God. Okay. I had a really good roll myself, but oh, 24. All right, so I've got an 11. Okay, so if I spend 2 more, puts me at 20. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 2 tension points. Um, but I will now drop him. You hit one of the forward deflector panels that helps with the glide coming down on landings, and so now every time he lands, he's hitting rough because he just bashed into the front of it. He is now
How could I
okay.
not buy when I roll 4 6s? I gotta buy them both, man. You gotta buy them both.
I agree. That was amazing.
Sorry if I swore. I shouldn't do that if it
That
being
was
recorded.
not what I was expecting. That was awesome. Oops. Okay. So here's the standings. It is something else to be saying. You and then Brick and then Venisar is in 4th place by a bit. Okay. But yeah, you're right now in 2nd place going into the final part. Nephelina, where are you?
I've been trying to decide that. Wish I had my on the list still to get in the VIP section. But that's my own thing. I'm probably I might just be on the tower with my sons Gallagher and Shiv. Trying to get
Okay.
as good of a view as I can of everything that's happening. Although I have much to contribute by being anywhere else.
Is there anything that you want to do specifically while you're there, or you're just happy to be here, kind of on alert, as it were?
Yeah, on alert, just trying to make sure I know where Bart is as much as possible and who
Okay.
might be close to. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. In Ruxton, where are you and what are you doing?
Also,
Oh,
at some point, this can be like in a moment, but I'd like to know more about why Gallagher is running the way he is. I don't know if right
uh,
now is the time to say, can I do an empathy check?
absolutely. So I'm giving everyone one action before we jump into it. Yeah, give me an empathy check.
Panache empathy. What the heck is going on with Gallagher? So many sixes.
Nice.
I'll buy one just to be safe since I got 2 back.
Okay.
We are
Yeah.
on fire tonight. My God.
17. Okay. Let's see now. He
It's
is,
not like Jared's rolling low either. It's just like the whole bot is just rolling high for everybody.
yeah, he's good with his on this sort of thing. So I was giving him 5 dice, right? During the talking about. Oh, okay. Um, Gallagher is clearly waiting for something to happen. And the way that he's pacing, he keeps you notice this because of the way that he's pacing and watching over stuff. He keeps looking not down at the track, but up in the sky, and his hand keeps going to his left side. And you've never noticed him to carry any sort of firearm before, and he's got some sort of weapon.
It's a weapon. It's not like some type of communication something. He's
It
trying
is
to send a
not.
signal using.
Nope, it is not. Ruxton, where are you and what are you doing?
Uh, I stay back by the ridge,
Oh,
and
okay.
I brought Forbin over, and I'm sort of sad as I'm taking sand and dust from the landscape, and I'm filling uh, some of the small pouches that I have and attaching them to Forbin. And I'm saying, I'm sorry, buddy. I kind of improv in this, and you've been a good squire, but might need you to make a sacrifice for me, pal. Don't worry, I've already downloaded your memory into the drive back at the thing. I just have to replan into another chassis. It's not a big deal, but I might have to overload you and you're going to explode. And you're not going to damage anything, but you're going to make a big dust cloud and hopefully block the view for those fellows on the ridge. You
If
don't
you,
understand this, but thanks, pal.
it is heart-wrenching how much you care for that non-intelligent bot. It is amazing. I love it so much.
Like throwing a birthday party for a fucking cat. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. Why would somebody do that?
Rigatoni had a great time. Um,
Sure, he
so,
enjoyed that hat and his wet food with the candle in it.
yes.
This is
Um,
Corbin's hat and that same moment for Foreman right now.
What I
Getting
can
strapped
do,
with sandbags.
since you can make it checked, you can do a rigging check to create. You want an explosion just big enough to do a cloud of some sort. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
no
easy,
damage, just obscure like a smoke bomb essentially, right?
easy to do. Now Forbin's not built for this sort of thing, so I'll make it a 9. So like it's not impossible to do, but it's like right in the middle. So yeah, I'll say
I'm
a 9.
essentially just like doing it like an override, you know what I mean? Like a literally gonna self-destruct,
Overcharge
essentially.
it. Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good. Okay, you can give me that check so you can get them primed for it. Not saying that we're doing it, but just getting them primed.
sure. Uh Wit rigging.
Yeah, easy. Perfect roll.
Heyo, no sixes. Aha,
Perfect roll. Okay,
great.
you got it. All right. So Forbin, he's got his little sad birthday hat on. He's ready to back in. Okay, I'm going to take a 2-minute break. I'm going to refill this, and then we're going to start on the final scene, VRB.
Man, we'll see how this goes.
I really wish I had some like elevator music. That would be fantastic.
Dun, 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 dun. Absolutely.
Lady from Ipanema is always a great classic to fall back on. Oh, I know what
I'm
else I'm
excited.
gonna do.
I like the duel, by the way. That I like that system. Or yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, we can still do checks and you can kind of manipulate each other at least a little bit. Because like Eric didn't have to do that, right? Didn't have to give into it. But a role playing, like that's fantastic. Totally makes sense. Loved it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Give me
Well, we'll see how this goes, man. I don't know.
I'm kind of super confused on everybody's motives at this point. So like Bartok has some hidden stuff that he thinks gonna happen. Zane's gonna go one way, Scarrow wants to go the other way, Gallagher's got something going on. Like, I don't know. This is gonna be nuts. But you'll live, I'm sure.
Yeah,
getting hot before the last scene. Get excited. Woo!
Mhm.
All right. Just what people don't want to see on YouTube. Hey, old white guy.
Oh, that's not even the worst thing they'll see in 5 minutes if they're browsing around. So yeah, no, you're good.
That's also true. That's fair. This will be something. If nothing else, this will be something. All right. For
One way
everyone
or the other,
that
something will happen. Yeah.
things will happen. For those of you that are really leaned into the mysticism profession that are here playing right now, which is no one, if there were, they would notice as the race kept going on, there was starting to be a buildup of essence,
Of what?
slowly of essence, the spark, the harmony,
Form?
the mystic, the force, that sort of thing is slowly building up every lap that the racers do. And when Steel got knocked off the charger and splattered across the side of the railing. There was a little bit of a jump in the essence power. But you know what? You guys don't notice that because that's not your thing. So it is lap 8. Bartok, are you trying to win or are you noticeably, because you know that Zane's out there, or are you noticeably trying to lose?
I am noticeably trying to fight who is ever in the lead.
Okay. All right. We're going to come around to lap 9. You,
I am gonna say though, I'm gonna create some lore here. Every house, every clan, whatever, has a secret hand symbol, right? It's how you know each other, right? Like whether it's whatever, whether it's a peace sign, whatever it might be. And we have to make one up, right? But
yeah.
you know, the donkeys have their own, right? I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but we've got one too, right? And at the top of every lap, I'm going to do a little bit of flourish and throw the clan Scarrow sign, right?
Hmm, okay. That's fascinating. I really like that for several different reasons. But yeah, I always forget this and I feel bad because I really like this part of the game of this style of GMing is let's set the scene. I like that'll be Aaron setting the scene of each of the writers and the people on the if they're part of a guild or clan or whatever, they have their own symbols that they're hand symbols that they're trying to shout out. But can you guys tell me how you know that this is a huge deal in a festive environment that's about to turn dangerous? Can you guys give me each a description for that?
At the beginning, when there would be, as we're sort of leaping over that space and cutting underneath, at first people were cheering and they cheer for the person they were looking, they were hoping would win, and they're shaking their gambling tickets up, right, their slips. But as the race has gone on and it's gotten increasingly bloody, and sort of all the unnamed racers have been sort of horribly mangled or knocked off or whatever, people have gotten increasingly rowdy, increasingly drunk. They're throwing cans and bottles. They're ripping shit out and throwing that down at the racers as they go by. The crowd is turned drunk and ugly, and the things they're throwing are increasingly dangerous, which is typically a huge no-no, right? You never throw anything because for fear, right? But now there's wrenches, there's beer bottles, there's shoes, right? People are throwing dangerous stuff into the race, and it feels electric, highly charged.
Love it.
The same is for the VIP box. Usually, it's fairly uh, stoic, and they might even not like pay attention, you know. Uh, and like people have come out onto the little balcony ledge. You sometimes don't even go out there. They'll just sort of watch things on the monitors and drink their champagne and eat their caviar or whatever. But they're like out on the balcony watching, and uh, you can tell that there's like very high price bets like happening inside that box, and people are getting a little physical there too. It's like a extrapolation from what the cheap seats are doing, but like in this, they're becoming closer and closer to that in the VIP boxes.
Like the rich people are supposed to be the last bastions of civility, and even
Yeah,
they're starting to
and they're not.
lean into
They're getting
their
into it and get a little rowdy.
perfect.
not really sure. It's covered. The crowd is just all over the place. What is there to add?
Well, maybe a little bit of thunder in the background, or
Oh. Yeah.
like, does it smell different? Is there a different sound that you're hearing, or anything like that?
Nobody realized this was the
Right.
same day as the total eclipse of the sun. It's gonna be, that'd be crazy.
Are
But
they
that's
playing different
happening
music?
because of the force, whatever it's called, the essence. No, it was coming. Not gonna go with the total eclipse of the sun, but
I don't know. I might
I am
after
gonna
that.
go with like the light is different. I was gonna say like the light is different, even if it's not like attributed to like an eclipse or something, but like something in the air, like it seems to be like getting darker earlier.
Mm.
Not like red like an eclipse or anything like that. It's just like almost like time fast forwarded and it's like light. Like it's like getting dark for no apparent reason.
Perfect. A darker pall is starting to come over that's over the crowd, but no one is noticing. So they're focusing on the race as you're starting to feel that more palpable feeling coming around with every lap coming around. We're going to go to Bartok for the first action at the end of lap 8 before we go into lap 9. You can take one action. You can either try and accelerate, or you can take a swipe at who's in second place here. You can take a swipe at at the House Duchesne Harbin, or you can try and bury Brick, who's behind you.
How many actions are we going to take before the end? You think? Like, how close are we to
Uh,
the end? Is it going to be this one,
sure.
one or two
So
more?
this
Or
is this is lap 8. You can do one action per lap, is what I'll say. But I'm gonna tell
okay,
you,
so
after you do this, things are gonna go sideways. So right now it's a regular race. What would you do?
yeah, in that case, I'm gonna try to pull up as best I can. If I need to do a speed action, I'll do a speed action.
Okay.
But my goal is to pull up next to Duchesne. I wanna get some action with him.
Okay. Sounds good. If you're just going for straight speed, it is going to
Actually,
be
what I want to do is I want to kick it for speed, but I'm gonna do something brutally shitty. I'm gonna try to hit him with my charger.
Raymond. Okay.
Like totally unreasonable. Nothing's illegal here, but it's totally a shit move. Normally, I'd go attack him with my fists or a kick. I'm gonna just try to just absolutely plow into him, knock him off his bike, off
Okay.
his
This
charger.
this is going to be what's called a leap of faith check, where you do something unthinkable. For example, ramming another vehicle going at high speeds. So it'd be mysticism plus pilot plus 2 because of the quality of your vehicle. That plus 2 is plus 2 dice.
Ooh, okay,
It's a very
okay,
good charger you're riding.
yeah. So
And this is that guy. So I only get this many dice. All right, you're the attacker. How many dice are you gonna keep?
I'm gonna keep one die.
Okay. Let's see, 16. I've got 4 dice. Because I'm not supposed to be the leader. Brick is. Um, oh, you beat it by 10. You come. Tell me how it happens. You obliterate his charger.
Yeah, I was intending to come to just pound him, knock him off his charger, and instead, as I we come sliding around the corner, I hit him much further back, and the blowback from the engine catches him just right across the face and chest, and the energy just ripping through his flesh blows him off his charger.
The energy rises from the track. All of your attention has been spent. You're racing. You're watching Gallagher trying to look up into the skies. You're out on the North Ridge, so you don't even hear any of this. With Bartok coming into the lead, you see Zane start telling some of the gunners, like, you can see him motioning to take Bartok out because he is obviously uh, he's in the lead now. He is in first place, coming into lap 9. Nephelina, you're the only one that can notice this. I need you to give me, I think, a boy. Good question. It would either be a commune, sorry, not a commune, a sensitivity check, or an investigation check.
Great. I have equal, but I think the base one is better for. They're the same. They're the same either way. I'm going to go with sensitivity.
All right, got a 6. Okay. Yeah, you don't really notice this. Subconsciously you do, but you're not quite sure what to do with the information. You are hearing some sort of low keening, almost an imperceptible chanting that's coming
Hmm.
from the center of the track. And you notice,
Hmm.
you do see this. You remember the green glow from the asteroid belt? Do you remember when you're on that ship and you were trying to do that job for Mother Ram?
Hmm.
And the whole asteroid belt was kind of covered in this weird green kind of mist sort of thing. And then it went away
Hmm.
after whatever you did to whatever may or may not have been Starchild. That mist is here. And you feel your mysticism scores all get a +1 if you're going to use them for rolls.
Hmm.
Lap 9. What do you do before the final lap? Bartok, you were in the lead. You were careening out towards the North Ridge. Ruxton, you guys may decide in what order you do things. Um, Nephelina, you notice something strange is happening there. You also notice. Oh no, what's happening? Gallagher now has a firm grip on his weapon at his side.
We said we can decide what order we do anything. So if somebody else is ready to go.
Uh,
So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to uh, grab Gallagher's wrist like from behind and like just very quietly be like, for somebody who's trained to be a leader, you sure don't have a very good poker face. Call off or stop now, and I won't tell anybody that I have ill intent. I
You
don't know
grab
what
him by
skill
the
this is. I want to.
yeah.
I don't know what charm. Like I don't know what it is. Intimidate is what I would say in D&D. I want to intimidate.
That'd be taunt. That'd be taunt then if you want to intimidate him.
What I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like, I have you right now. have a weapon? Did I bring a weapon? Would I have had to explicitly say if I had a weapon along with me?
It's assumed that you always carry your weapons.
Okay.
And if there's something very
I'll
like
just
out of
make
the norm or unusual for something that you want, you can do like a prescience check. Like, I had a dream the night before. I should have brought this weird thing.
right. No, I would just have some type of like dagger or something. But
Mhm.
and just like make it known, like I am highly trained with the weapon that my hand is on right now. I'm guessing better trained than you are with this, and maybe I've figured out what his weapon is. Like,
Yeah, it's when you put it on there, it is a it's a weapon from his homeworld. It's like a handheld crossbow harpoon gun sort of deal. You grab his arm, give me the roll.
yes, I should actually look at what I'm doing, and I'm not good at taunt, so that was a bad decision, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'll take that.
Oh,
And I'll keep one of them.
okay, going for 15.
15. Oh gosh.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Like I'm so close to having the tension pool explode, or is it worth to try and like I'm actually gonna spend 2
Okay.
tension points. As you grab
Do we
his
get a
arm,
unity point? Because
yes, so you get a
tension points.
unity point for the fail. So you guys are up to 7 now. Um, grab his wrist and he spins.
Oh, you were in
Bang.
the same place, working on the same checks.
He spins on you, and he's got a kind of a wild look in his eyes, and he's like, "Defend me!" As he says that, laser shots come piercing through the leather type covering over there. It's now has turned almost close to. It's like a almost silhouetted because it's starting to get. I don't know. Like think of it like around 9 o'clock during the summer, where it's roll over cloud cover, and it's that kind of that darkness to the whole thing. The top of the pavilion gets ripped open by these shots as it digs into the top of the tower. As a caravel, which is about a not really more. It's a Corvette, so it's a 4-person crewed Corvette with one driver, one person on back with a mounted gun, and 2 gunners. And you notice they're wearing graph boots as they come spinning around your tower as they're. All right, Ruxton, Bartok.
That wrong.
Bartok's getting ready to come around like that, the curve, so he's right in front of the ridge.
Yep.
And I see the dudes getting ready to. So I'm gonna send Forbin out, and I'm gonna self-destruct.
Okay.
Goodbye, old friend.
Bartok, you see what looks like an even more shrouding of the sunlight as a massive wall of dirt and sand and stone get blown up from a shield between you and the outcroppings going on outside. Because you already had the detonation set, would you like to take another action right now, or do you want to wait?
Oof. I guess I want to look at the reaction of the Trumps on the ridge. What are they doing?
Okay. All right. So this you can't see them. You are now separated by this vast wall. You just hear the firing trying to shoot through there. Now, I'm just gonna do one roll. Okay, we're gonna combine our fire trying to shoot uh, Bartok. So I'm the aggressor. I'll roll first. Now, because of the fire, or not the fire, the
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 dust.
wall, the dust wall, I'm going to give a -1 die per each one. So they're decent shots to begin with. So combined, it would have been a 66, but it's all the way down to a 3d6.
Oh, nice roll, no roll.
So I'm not going to spend a die to keep another one. I'm hitting you for a 4, Bartok, which you
Best
can
dust
just
wall ever.
take it,
Seriously,
or
that was
you
the
can
shittiest roll ever.
you can you can jinx out of the way while you're driving. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I'll do a little jinxity jinx out of that, which I think is what vigor and pilot.
Yep.
Now it's possible I can get under that, of course, right? That's
Yeah,
the
it's
thing.
possible.
So 6d4, 66. Whoop whoop. Okay.
You easily dodge the shots as you see Ruxton over the edge. As you
My donkey.
it was zipping by. Brick is on his tail, going in to the final lap. It's now down to, if I can, I don't know why I can't find this. This is frustrating. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, it's further back up now.
Yeah. Let's see now. That was, oh, because you obliterated that guy. House to Shane is out. That huge blast of sand and dirt rolled over partially onto the track too. Venusaur, who was coming around in third, got caught up into it, loses his driving, wobbles, skids out, and gets thrown off of his charger off into the sand dunes, landing safely. But his machine comes spinning out in front of you, Ruxton, leaving
Okay.
only Brick and Bartok left. You hear a shout from Zane. Can't quite make it out from here. You don't know what he's going to do next. You have an action, Ruxton.
I'm going to run in the direction of where I heard Zane.
Okay. And what are you trying to do?
Uh, distract him, get his attention.
Okay. Yeah. With this, the sand and the kind of thing is starting to settle down now. Yeah, you can catch, run out there kind of clearly. You can wave him down if you want or whatever. He's instructing the his men that he's under to go home. And he's saying like, run, get home now.
I
Ooh,
will not stop him from doing this.
you know what? I'm sorry, I hate to retcon this, but this makes a lot more sense. As you run up
Okay.
there, he tells his men to run. There's 3 of them that shot, right? He's got 3 men with him.
Yeah.
Soldiers, not necessarily men, right? They turn to run. He tells them, get back to headquarters. As they turn to run, he smoothly and quietly pulls out his own piece, pops the one furthest ahead in the back of the head, and he drops to the ground.
Well, what did the other 2 do?
Run. They want no part of Zane.
I'm not sure I do either.
I mean, he is a good.
I got rushed in and then I'm like, nope. And then I sort of like kind of like slowly like moonwalk back and try to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, you remember from what Bartek said, he's basically a professional gunfighter. So the other two guys are now terrified, going like, "What the hell's going on?" All right, so you start to head back towards the center. Okay, Bartok, you haven't really taken an action. Brick is right behind you. You're coming up. You've got one lap left. You launch over the center part. You see above you a Corvette flying down, shooting at the tower that Lysa and Gallagher and Shiv are all up in. Shiv has grabbed Gallagher and kept him under thing, while Silent Lysa is just screaming out into the open. However, that's not the thing that has caught your attention as you come around, coming to the opening ramp. You see mechanic. You've read about these before. You've heard actually Ruxton talk about them in his many travels. What may have once been called a dinosaur is starting to grow, put itself together, made of steel and wire and beams from the scrapyard, growing larger and larger as you see a green fog and mist has totally grown into the middle. You can keep racing, but it's going to require a jump check to avoid the monstrous beast in the center. You can think about it. Nephelina, you're in the middle of this on top of the tower. You see two of the soldiers that were on the Corvette came flying down, have leapt off of the Corvette onto the base of the tower about 15, 20 feet down. They look like they're going to try and climb their way up.
Cool. All my trying work to try to hit them.
Will, you're what?
A slingshot, shard shot thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Try to hit one of them.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good.
That is a volley. Yes.
Yes. Yep. Vigor
Bigger
volley.
volley. Haven't done this very much.
Okay, so you get a 10, and I get a tension point. You get an adventure point. You want to spend a die to keep it to make it a 13?
Wait, what?
I'm sorry, that was an old roll. I'm sorry, I hadn't scrolled down yet. Sorry. Your screen's also
I
glitching
said.
too. So yeah, you got a 7. You can spend a die to make it a 9 if you want. It's up to you.
Not worth it. No.
These guys are wearing a little bit of armor, and they look like they are mercenaries. In fact, you can recognize them from the Shatterlocks mercenaries. Oop, I think I might have lost you completely, Rachel.
Here, what's going on? Oh.
Oh, what's going? Yeah, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I just asked Gallagher. Gallagher, what's going on? You knew this was coming.
Well, you shot, right? Did you want to spend a die to make it a 9? Or no? I assume not.
Oh, no, I'm just yeah, just keep it as
Okay. Yeah, I got a 10. You shoot him dead center with your shard shot, but his armor protects him as he's climbing up. As you yell over your shoulder, like, let them off. He's like, Shiv, protect the princess. Uh, Shiv, no, like, that's not my job. But he's like, this is my liege. I have to pay attention to him. So Shiv, like, it's like, your graces, Lysa, sign Lysa, come with me. And Shiv, like, grabs her under his sizable bulk and shields her as Gallagher goes over the edge and starts shooting down at the one of the climbers. The one he is shooting at, he clips right into the forehead as it falls off the tower, falling backwards. He is not answering you. He's more importantly, he's ignoring you. You now see the Mechazilla in the middle of the scrapyard as you see Bartok coming screaming out of the lower ramp. What are you going to do, Bartok?
Let's see. So it's just Brick and I at this point.
In the race,
So
yeah.
this is the one where we come flying up and off, right? We come
Mm-hmm.
flying and airborne. That's fantastic. I'm going to are there cameras set up, or is it
Sure.
just a live audience?
I think this is probably going to be hollow vitted out to the planet at least. Like this is a big deal for them, right?
As I come flying up, there's that moment where Bartok has just complete confidence, throws up a victory sign, and then shoves the bike hurtling toward the earth to explode in a gigantic ball of fire. As he willingly obviously throws the race. Flinging high into the air, he reveals his ability to glide to the audience as he goes sailing out around to land over by the holovid, running up to the holovid. He pulls a sign out. And I'm going to post an Honorbound playtesting. Screams, "Screw you, Vinny Scaro. I love you, Xenia. Woo!
Amazing.
I love you!" And then pulls his gun to go face that Mechazilla.
Love it. Okay, now, if you want to, you took that super primed charger that had like pipes shooting out flame, all that stuff. Where did you want that to go off at? You had to go into the ground.
If there's a way to throw it at the Mechazilla, that's great. I just wanted to intentionally
Okay,
throw the race.
without a doubt, throw in the race. Follow-up question. Um, that can be the hollow vid projectors or whatever. We can put those wherever you want, honestly. Was there a place you wanted to land on the map? Like the
No,
announcer on one of the
wherever.
towers?
I would assume it would be over by the announcers, so that the at home audience would see what the announcers were saying.
Okay,
But that may not be. And yeah,
perfect. Okay,
wherever I can go for the most dramatic effect to let Xenia know I still love her.
okay. All right. Give me a pilot check. Let's go probably vigor, right? Because you're trying to launch it at something. It's a high performance vehicle. We'll give you the +2. It'll be a ramming sort
And
of
I am
deal.
going to invoke my Astral Ace, so that adds mysticism, which is currently +1 as well.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 9 die.
Oh my God. Nine in 10. Oh, okay. Hey, but you get three.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What are you keeping?
I will keep. I'll keep the 4. That gets me over 50. That gets me to 16. So I'll keep the 1.
Okay.
Mostly because So what are you thinking is the possible impact of this roll, the better I get?
Damaging the Mechazilla.
Yeah, I'm gonna spend 1 saga point and burn my lucky key card, bequeathment, to keep a second one.
Okay. You launch this into the base of where it is at. Now that you're on top of it and sailed around, I'll reveal something to you now that you're there. You did 17 total.
Yeah,
The thick
19, 19. Yeah,
19, sorry, because you kept another one. The thick
yeah.
iron plating of the beast has an armor 5, so it automatically knocks 5 down before it tries to do any sort of defensive actions as you just so you can see it. Are you ready for how many dice I'm gonna roll?
Oh shit. Nice.
Now, I don't have any tension points right now, so I can't keep any dice. So I got a 12 plus 5 because of armor. I got 17. You got a 19, so you do 2 damage to him. Which doing 2 damage to it is a big deal. It's you probably sever into what might have been its mechanical Achilles tendon on its left leg from that massive fireball explosion from this high performance engines and machine that just exploded. From where you've landed, declaring your love for Xenia, you look down underneath the parts of the scrap. You see strange figures with gray cloaks over them, kind of all in different areas all around the scrap yard down there. Okay, Ruxton, what do you want to do? You're on the North Ridge. You now hear a massive wave of panic coming from the central racing area as people in the stands are just going crazy, a mad panic, almost to a little of insanity where they don't know what to do between just attacking each other and trying to flee. The announcers are trying to do their best to describe exactly what's happening, besides this man that just showed up and declared his love for someone they have no idea who they are.
Yeah. No, I see this mechazoid figure.
You're mm, you're probably a little bit too far away to see it. But we can make it a little bit shorter. Sure, let's say you can see kind of the top of its head. Like you see like the 3 towers over there, and you see its
Yeah.
head like just below the bottom of the top of the towers.
Okay.
Because you're gonna hear this
Ugh.
weird mechanical scream.
Sure. What's Zane doing?
He's gonna take out another one of his own guys.
I'm just gonna let Psycho do his thing. Am I close to one of the towers?
No, you need
Like
to
the
get back.
observation towers?
No, you need to get back to the central part.
All right. I'm gonna start doing that then.
Okay. Now there is a charger that spun out that you can hop on if you want.
Absolutely, I will.
Okay. All right, and I'll put you in the middle of the scene, right where Ruxton was at. Now, this machine, not
Where
as
Bartek
nice.
was?
Yeah, so like underneath the ramp coming up, so you'll be right next turn. You'll be right in the center of everything that's happening.
Great.
So as you hop on it, you gun it and take off towards the central part.
What could go wrong?
What could go wrong? All right, let's shall we do an official initiative? We haven't done that yet. So my initiatives aren't that great, honestly. I've got 9 is my highest with the soldiers. I've got still 2 on the Corvette and 1 climbing up the tower right now. So I got a 9. It's my highest.
I don't remember how I do this.
You can do vigor plus athletics, or you can do mysticism plus prescience because you just have like a gut feeling.
I will do that, please.
Would I do a vigor pilot since I'm on this thing
Yeah, I'm cool with
on
that.
the charger?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm cool with that. Okay, so I start all over again, and let's see now. Who was it that triggered the table? Okay. All right, Ruxton, I get another attention. Get a natural 9 though, which that gets you go first. And Bartok, oh, you got it right there. 10. Nephelina is 8. You want to spend a die to go higher than the soldier or no? Okay. So 10, Bartok.
Um, do I see? I don't even know that I would be able to figure out in the crowd. Do I see where Nephelina and Ruxton are at this point?
Yes, you see Russian coming from underneath the tunnel where you just came from. And you see Nephelina, yeah, looking down at the tower because you're almost at the same level as her at this point.
What are the officials on the platform doing with me? Are they surprised by this, or are they
Yeah,
acting in any way?
yeah, like all the very rich people that have like bodyguards and whatever, they've hopped on shuttle pods and escaped whatever already. They're out of there.
And do I see these chant? And you said I see these chanting cultisty type guys.
Hmm.
I I don't know. Would this be a prescience check to try to figure out what the heck they're doing? Sensitivity, maybe.
Sensitivity, if you're trying to figure out like what they're doing, commune to fight their spell or whatever they're doing.
Oh boy, those are both losers for me. Um, I'm gonna jump down or sail. I'm gonna the glide down to the nearest one, just a gliding tackle right into him.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So I don't know if that would be a duel or a volley or what that looks like, or athletics
Duel.
in general.
100. I would be okay with athletics.
Yeah. It's a little worse for me, but it seems more like what I'm just heaving my body at high speeds from the sky seems. Yeah.
Classic. Heaving from high. Okay, let's be at 3.
Uh,
All right.
10. Yeah.
Uh, you got a 10. I got a
Yeah.
6. Did you want to keep one? I rolled before I did anything.
Nah, I didn't say I would. I'll just stay with the 10.
I rolled too
That's
quick. It's my fault. If I'll tell you this right now, because I is that my fault for rolling so quickly. If you keep a die, you get them, you knock them out immediately.
Yeah, you talked me into it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll glide and at the last second spin around and just hit him heels first, right in the back. Just
Nice.
whack.
As it goes down, as it goes down, sprawling open, you see a necklace of series of keys, like from an old school computer, like tab keys and stuff like that, of a necklace of that getting thrown around. You've only seen this one other time. Mother Ram. When you at the same time you knock out the cultist, the beast gives a shuddering scream. Uh, Ruxton, I believe you're next.
Can I take the charger right up to the top where the observation deck was, where I think my friends are? where Nephelina is anyway?
Yeah, you can try and launch up there if you want. Now, I will tell you this because you did hit the tension table, unfortunately. When the charger skidded out, got landed on there, it did damage itself. You're not quite sure if it's going to explode right this second or not.
Do I see dude climbing up the thing
Oh
towards
yeah,
them?
100%.
He seems like a bad dude.
Oh yeah. Yep. And you see the Corvette floating around still shooting at the tower.
Yeah, and that's where I'm headed towards. And I think the charge is going to blow up. Fuck. All right. So I'm going to launch the charger and try to hit the guy that's climbing up while I jump off of it, shooting my grappling spike launcher to pull me up to the top of the thing.
Okay. Let's do a pilot vigor for the first part. There's no pluses or minus. This is not as nice of a vehicle as Bartok had.
No.
It would normally be at minuses, but it's a racing vehicle at least, so it's a little bit better
Yeah.
performance. Okay. Do you want to spend a die to keep extra?
11? How do I feel about 11? I don't know. This is my ability to send the charger towards the bad dude.
Correct.
I'll spend one.
Okay.
Make it a 15.
Okay, 15. All right, so I rolled that.
Damn straight.
I've got some tension points, but it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait because I want to use my powers here. Okay. Yeah. So unfortunately for you though, you rolled a 1. You got a tension point. The reason that this works is because you get it fired at the right spot, and it hits the guy, it blindsides him, and it explodes at the same time, but you're a little bit too close to the explosion as it goes off. Okay. Take 2 health.
Okay.
And now give me an athletics check, vigor athletics at a -2. This is just gonna be, or sorry, -3. It's a straight -3 total, not -3 dice. I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a 9. You have to spend a saga point to be successful.
I will do it.
Okay. Now you gained a saga point too. So yeah, as you're kind of spinning off balance as from the recoil from the explosion, you manage to get it to the top and land hard into the side of the tower. You are safe. You are able to start the climb up. All right, now normally it'd be my turn for the soldier that was on the tower. He's been blown to bits by that. The integrity of the tower is now crumbling badly as the Corvette gunship comes around, still firing at the base of the building. It now feels satisfied with the damage done to the building, now turns to those on the outside of the building to start shooting at them. Let's see now. We got Ruxton is hanging there. Nephelina is looking up from the top. Bartok is down there, so I think I can ignore him. What do we think? Probably Ruxton, I would guess, to take a shot at.
Gallagher's up here too.
What's that? Who?
And Gallagher's up here too.
Oh, yeah, so he is. Okay. Ruxton, we're gonna try and take a shot. Oh, I got a 6. So it's gonna be
Yeah, you did.
normally be an athletics check to dodge getting shot at.
Okay.
No
That's it.
problem. Okay. Nephelina, it's your turn, and then it's my turn for everyone else.
don't know. Can
You
I
break into
roll
song.
another? Yes, I do. In fact, there's somebody at the co-op who knows my number because I apparently sang it to him for a long time, and so now I walk up and he just knows my member number because of the song I sing.
Amazing.
Anyway, um, can I? I know this. Do I know the tower is very unstable?
Yeah, you feel it rocking underneath your feet.
Oh, good. I'm gonna try to get off this tower. Um, but also, can I can I do like another empathy check on Gallagher to see if he is connected to these guys? Like, is it like what? I'm trying to figure out if he's in league with them or if they are after him.
Yeah. Good question. I think it would be a commune check or a um empathy. Like empathy or maybe sensitivity. No. Empathy or commune check.
Do empathy. I'm just baffled right now if he's part of this or if he is.
Okay. So you are the attacker, quote unquote attacker, so you choose whether you keep dice first. I do get attention point.
I'll keep one and get one back. So I have a 15.
15. Okay. Oh,
Ones.
F. Okay. Yeah, I would have spent, well, wait, can I get there? 8, 11, 12, 13. No. Okay. Not worth spending any points on it. Um, the way that he's acting, he's very cavalier with his life right now. He seems very
Mhm.
upset about the power starting to go down. More annoyed about it, but the only thing that he seems to be surprised at is the thing, the giant mechanoid beast in the middle of the scrapyard. Otherwise, he is, from what you've known of him, he's a coward at heart, and he does not seem to be worried right now from the everything else except for the giant beast, which who wouldn't be, right?
Right. Um. Okay. Was that my action?
I mean, pretty much. So, I mean, I don't know. It's like an empathy check. Um, you got a lot of good information from that. So, yeah, that should probably be it, right? Okay. Uh, now, the folks in the red robes um, start to just focus their energies or turning towards the giant beast in the middle of the scrapyard. However, one of them lowers their hood and starts speaking to the crowd, even though they're panicking and trying to run. You see that it's Mother Ram. It's like, now is the time of the great beast, the lizard that will eat the stars. We are the harbinger of the second coming of the Star Child. So she says that, and then she unleashes a bolt of mystical energy at the announcer's booth. It's this large, kind of spiraling blue thing. Is there anyone still standing up there? You jumped off, right? There's no one, no characters up there, right? It explodes. All the hollow vids go blank, having been exploded. The tower starts on blue flame. the Mechazilla turns to one of the other towers of the VIP, not the one that Shiv and Lysa are still in, but to one of the other ones, maybe the central one at the top of the map on there, and just with one blow of its claws knocks the whole tower down. The people that were left in there, you can still hear the echoing screams as they're falling. Okay, top of the round. I think that was Bartok.
Not how I expected the race to end. Um,
Oh yeah, Brick won by the way.
oh, thank God. Okay. Well, good, because that means I didn't. Screw you, Clan Scarrow. Um, does Mother Ram seem to be one of the chanting people, or is she's now doing the
Yeah,
spokes?
she's obviously the lead cultist.
All right, I'm gonna charge right at her.
Okay.
Yeah, yep, just gonna charge right at her, and yeah, I'm gonna attempt to. I guess I'm not flying anymore, but I'm just gonna, I guess, duel, try to grab her and yank her away from whatever chanting thing she's doing to try to whatever Mechazilla. I don't understand it. Got no mysticism for that, but I'm all about taking her down.
Okay, sounds good. You're the attacker. Roll it up.
Nice. Yeah, I'll buy. How many can I buy? I'm gonna buy two of them.
Ooh. Okay.
20.
So all the way up to 20.
Yeah,
Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm hoping for a good roll here. I'm buying that.
yeah. That's a
It was
great
a
roll.
great roll. I'll take it. So just to show watchers at home, that's what I'm working with. So that -4.
FYI, Mother Ram's tougher than she looks.
Yeah. As you fly in and what do you do to her? You were hitting her, stabbing her.
Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna go with just a roundhouse. Just try to clock her. I was thinking about trying to tackle her, but I don't know what she's doing. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to pound her.
Sure. As she was busy giving her soliloquy, you run up on her and blood gushing out of the broken nose. As she looks up, it's like, ah, oh, I remember you. And she hawks out bloody spit towards your direction. It is Ruxton next.
Can I get to the top of the tower in this round?
Yeah, we'll say you're there, which is starting to
Okay.
fall, by the way.
Right. Um, and who's on top of the platform at this point then? Who can I see?
Giv has got his arm around Cyan Lysa's waist, trying desperately to scrabble onto some sort of holding power. Gallagher is up there, but he doesn't seem too worried. You see him starting to reach behind something on his pouch, on one of his belts there. And it looks like maybe some sort of anti-grav belt that he's wearing.
No. And where's Nephelina?
Nephelina is up there as well.
Uh, and I have a caravel above us that's shooting at us.
Yeah, kind of floating around. Yeah.
How close is it?
Why? What do you want to do?
I want to grab Nephelina and then shoot the caravel and pull ourselves up to it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go.
Okay.
All right. Nephelina, you see Ruxton reach out with his furry. His what color? Gray? Red. Red.
More of a brownish gold.
Cool, perfect. It grabs you about the waist. Total Star Wars, right?
I kiss her and I say, "For luck," and then we go.
All right, that's gonna be. I'm gonna stick with the. We'll stick with the 9. Nine's a good target.
Am I still vigor athletics?
Oh yeah,
Great.
unless you can give me a narrative reason, it might be something different.
Can I do a vigor rigging? Because I'm looking for a spot where I want to end up on the caravel specifically,
Yep, I thought you might
like
go that direction.
next to like a cargo, like a hatch or something. So
Yeah,
that's where I want to go.
yeah, I'll buy that. That works for me for sure.
Okay.
15 and 9.
I have some saga points.
Mm.
Yep.
Shoots
Okay.
off, grabs onto the side of it, and it reels you in. Nephelina, you get pulled along for the ride as well. Now you had an 8. Was that right for your initiative, Nephelina? Okay, so you're actually going to
Yes.
go. Oh no, no, no! It's my soldiers, right? At the pilot and the guy on the gunner, as you guys launch onto the top of his vessel, as he's looking, he was shooting at the tower and sees you land on there. He swivels it and starts trying to shoot at you two. I'm going to do walking fire. So I get some minuses when I try, but I'm going to try and shoot you both. That's what I'm going to do. So it is 3d6. I'm the attacker. I'll roll first. I get a 9. You know what? I'm not going to try and do walking fire because I need to, that would minus dice for me to do it. And that's not going to work. So I'm just going to shoot one person with a 9. Let's see now. 6. 1 through 3, Nephelina. 4 through 6, Ruxton. Ruxton. I got a 9.
What do I need to roll?
Vigor athletics probably to dodge out of the way, or if there's something else that you can think of.
Nah, I think it's vigor athletics.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you managed to, as it reels your way up onto the top, you land. Phew, these lasers start shooting immediately over here. It's digging into its own hull as it's trying to walk the fire to hit you both. You managed to dodge back, Nephelina.
Um. So we are on the ship with the shooters,
Mm-hmm.
and we were aiming for like a hatch, but we haven't gotten in through the hatch yet.
You're on top of the Corvette.
Okay.
Close to a hatch?
Yeah, if you want
I
to
was gonna
be.
say, can
So
I get
I
inside
really,
the
I
front?
really need, I really need to describe this a little bit better, and I apologize. So this is more like airship ships, not like spaceships. Okay, so it's an open deck top to it. So when I say there's a mounted gun on the back, there's a dude manually swiveling that thing, and the pilot is up
Got it.
here with a full-on like oak wheel attached to it, and
And
there's
I'm
like
gonna go for the
solar
guy with the
sails.
gun.
You're gonna go after the guy on the gun.
Sure.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna try to shoot him with my third shot.
Okay.
I should never attack anybody. I'm not good at this.
Now you are all in the same scene if you want to borrow people's skills.
I won't this time, but I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Are you gonna stick with 9?
Uh, yeah, I'm gonna stick with 9.
Okay. The armor. You're having a hard time puncturing through these guys' armor that they're wearing as you're shooting. Okay. Mother Ram, whose turn is next. She spit the bloody globule at your face. It was like, You did a wonderful job helping me, and now you can help feed the spark. As she reaches out with a hand, she brings it behind her back, opens her mouth, and screams. I'm
Oh my.
going to keep 2 dice. So it gives me a 21.
Oh. What is
You
the
can,
what's the defense against that?
well, it's either going to be athletics. I'm sorry, I need to. Athletics to try and dodge completely out of the way, or um, composure. Not sorry, not composure. What is the tap into a higher power, sensitivity? Sorry, sensitivity. Yeah, I don't think any of you have any of those things. I don't think.
No, it looks like vigor athletics it is. Yeah. Boy, that doesn't buy me much, does it? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oof. And this is what, honor or physical?
This is going to be physical, actually. It's going to be towards your health.
Boy. I'm going to. Can I invoke my professional ability to add 2 dice to this conflict?
Yes.
Or do I need to declare that before?
Nope. You can do it now. And
Yeah, I'm going to have to
tell
do
us what it
that.
is and describe what's happening.
So take the wheel. It is gain plus 2 dice for all conflicts for one scene. Double all tension points gained from those dice. And I have to describe how it feels as the essence guides me. So, well, not generally an amazing athlete, solid athlete, right? Bartok, solid athlete. All of a sudden starts to start doing like these what's the like Brazilian dance fighting move? What is that where they're like hanging out in the park doing the like leg sweepings and the spin kicks, and he starts dancing sort of sideways, spinning up over, doing these side flips Chun-Li style with his legs kicking as he circles around her as rapidly as he possibly can, faster than he usually ever moves. He has taken the wheel. Is he Time just seems to slow down for him as the essence guides him as he starts to move. So I'll add 2d6 to this, and then we'll take what comes. All right, so what's that? A 5 and a 5.
Hmm.
And so I'll buy the 4 and a 3. That gets me up to 17, so I only lose 4.
Hmm.
Okay. Yep, that's what I'll do.
She is astonished that you're still standing. It is now the grotesque conglomeration of essence and steel as it turns upon the final standing tower, as it lashes out and kind of just gives it like a bear hug as it just crushes it within its massive form, and the bricks and mortar comes pouring down into the scrapyard. You're afraid that after the beast is done with those things, it'll start turning towards more squishy targets. Okay. It is back to the top. It's so that was Bartok. Yeah, back to Bartok because that was you defending.
Yeah. So yeah, continuing to spin, throws just a wild sort of roundhouse kick right at Mother Ram. So vigor duel,
Hmm.
7, 8, and I'm still taking the wheel because it's still the same exchange.
Yep, still the same scene. Yeah, this will go on until we probably end the game, which I think is coming up pretty soon.
Um, so I'm gonna buy 3 dice, and I'm gonna have to burn my last bequeathment to do it. It turns out this was one I believe Nephelina gave me, the very stylish piece that I was wearing on my brightly colored outfit. What it is actually, it's a fanny pack with a big brass buckle, just so shiny and so fanny packy. And as I do the roundhouse kick, I whip the fanny pack off, raking the brass buckle right across her face for a kick, fanny pack combo attack, which of course destroys the fanny pack entirely as it connects. So I'll buy 3 dice there.
What's your total, then?
21. Yeah.
Tell me what happens. You got her.
Oh, the kick connecting with one hit, the buckle just catching her right on the temple as she spins around, hangs for a second, and then drops to the ground in a heap.
Oh, as she rolls to the ground in a heap. You turn her head probably about 180 degrees with that hit. As she hits the ground, you see her start to stand back up. As the part of the robe falls away, as you see wiring come back together and start to pull her head back forward. She is in incredibly rough shape, but she is still standing. As she turns, she's like, "This will be the end of you squishy, sentient things." But it's not my turn yet. Ruxton.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that shit. I'm on the airship here, and I'm finally on a ship. I know how ships work. I know how to use these against the people that don't know how ships work. They're just fucking Philistines. They just, drive it and they shoot off of it. Like, I know this shit works. I'm gonna use my professional ability to lower the environment by 4 for the rest of the scene.
Okay. All right. So tell
Um,
me why. What is it? What's the lore that you know?
so Zui, pretty much as they scavenged on our homeworld, like skyships were the vessel that they used, right? They didn't need interplanetary, they didn't need any sort of space faring vessel. Like skimming the junkyards of our planet, that's the ship that you used. And certainly, and I maybe helped rig some of these to do awesome things. I didn't race them, but I definitely knew dudes that like wanted to tweak them and race them on the off, on the side. But airships, I know airships. That makes sense to me.
All right, sounds good. Now, something that I did wrong with your ability last time. So it minuses 4 to any environmental check. So nothing that is opposed, like in combat. But
Sure.
environmental, everything's -4 for you. Dealing um, with the Corvette.
Great. Uh, I want to make a rigging check. so that because I know where one of the main lines are for power to the ship.
Okay.
That's gonna totally knock out navigation.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of make us
Uh,
dead in the water.
okay. Yeah, not a problem. Normally I'd say that would be a 13, but that'll bring it down to a 9. Yeah, go for it.
Wit rigging.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, right in your wheelhouse now. I could really use some tension points because I'm really down there.
You get nothing and like it.
Yeah, I will get nothing and like it. All right. Yes. You manage to scavenge around on your own ship there, like where you're standing at, whoever kind of hide behind so you're not getting shot at, and you pull the converter box out and toss it into the scrapyard
Yep.
as the ship
Boo.
and just floats. Perfect.
Perfect.
Okay. Now it is my turn. The soldiers go. All right. The ship rocks a little bit as it's starting to go to free fall a little bit for floating. But you guys still got the guns, right? All right. So I'm gonna try and shoot Nephelina, and I'm just gonna go with a 10. You can do vigor athletics, or if you got something else that narratively makes sense.
Got it. Nope, that was gonna be my question. Was oh, I think I was looking at somebody else's character sheet. That didn't seem like the right number. This is gonna go really well, everybody.
Remember, you guys have like what,
I have
7?
a unity point. Unity point to make this not suck so much. I'm seeing not. Sorry, I had a different tab open. So if you all were nodding, I totally missed it.
Oh yes, we were totally not.
I can see that. It's still my vigor, but somebody else's athletics.
Exactly right.
My vigor. Okay. One extra die. Goes.
What? Wait, that can't be right. What's your vigor?
2.
Okay, and what are your guys' athletics? Unity is a 1. Okay. Okay, so fair enough. Um, all right, I am going to do 6 points of health damage to you. Can you take 6?
Mm, Good question. Yes. Well,
Oh,
I was still marked down from some other experience. Is that still standing?
probably.
Or should I have started this scene as at fuller health?
Um, no, I don't think we'd be at full health because we've been going nonstop this whole time. You guys said you guys were at a hospital, I thought. Right?
Don't remember.
Because you guys just did the fight with the. No, you're still wounded because you guys did the fight with the gang members. Came home.
No,
Ge-
not take damage.
Okay, so all right. Remember, you're not dead. However,
Correct.
you take the wounded status effect. Put your health at half health of what you were at before. If you go to
What I
0
was at
again,
before.
no, whatever your half health would be. So you're at a 7 round up, you're at 4. Okay. Now, if you hit 0 again, that's it. Okay. All of your checks that require to use vigor or panache dice, that dice pool is halved. because that's what wounded means. All right, you see Nephelina take a shot from the laser mounted laser dual things right into the shoulder. She gets winged down to the ground. The pilot, now seeing that his ship has gone dead, uh, turns to the action behind him, pulls saber, and sees Ruxton and attacks him. Oh no! Am I gonna gag all you guys with soldiers?
Son of a bitch. All right. Vigor athletics.
Yeah.
I mean, we were rolling like that earlier, so
Mm,
suppose it's gonna happen.
Oh.
there it is. All right, I finally have tension points that I can start using again, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me how you block it. That's amazing. Mm, sorry. When you're doing dueling, I should have asked, did you want to do dueling or did you want to do athletics to dodge it? That's my fault. Because if you do dueling,
I said I was doing athletics, so I would
okay,
dodge it.
okay, all right. So you manage to roll out of the way at the last chunk as it lands as it stabs in the side. All right, Nephelina, it is your turn before Mother Ram in Mechazilla goes.
I need to take out this guy in the gun. Can I just run at him and try to hand? I want to get behind the gun so it cannot shoot at me.
Yes,
And then try to tackle the guy who's controlling it.
100%. You can do that. Yep.
So what is that? Is that vigor athletics? Because we've established I'm really bad at that.
The bigger dueling, because I assume you want to attack him, right? You're attacking him?
Vigor. Yup. This is gonna go real well.
Do you want to use a unity point?
Maybe should have asked that. Can I still?
Yeah, I'm fine. We're still getting used to the system for like doing the unity point. This is a new thing we introduced last session.
And do another unity point?
Okay, puts you guys at
Not
what?
die.
5 total now?
Do I? Should I roll 2 more, or should I just re-roll entirely?
Yeah, roll 2 more. Okay, so you're at a 9.
I will keep 1. Do I have 1 to keep? Yes.
Okay,
So
all right, so
I'll
it's
get an
3d6 for
11.
me. You get 11. Okay, I do have armor on, so I'm protected from some of this. What are you using? Are you just punching him or using dagger?
I was just gonna try to tackle him.
Okay, so the armor does deflect part of it, but he has been badly wounded as you knifed in just below the plates on his left side. His oozing blue blood from underneath there as the Shatterlock's mercenary symbol is starting to become stained with the blood. He is bleeding badly. Okay, so Mother Ram is still up, right? I have. I'm gonna spend a tension point. No, I'm gonna spend 2. Like, this is for playtesting. Let's find out. Sorry. Sorry. I'm going to do this. 8d6. I'm gonna scream again at Bartok. And unfortunately, right, this isn't as powerful because I don't have as much tension anymore, but I'm gonna spend my last tension that I have left from what you guys have been giving me. Keep 1 die. 17.
Alright. Dang, I get 3 back though. So it was
17.
17.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 10. I can buy. I have enough gas in the tank to buy 2 of those. So 15. So I take 2 physical damage.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but I gain 3 saga points back.
Are you still up?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
I'm up. Yeah.
I gave it my best shot. All right. Now, here's the bad news for those that are in
Oh,
the.
by the way, you get 2 tension points from that now. 1.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Okay. For those of you that are in a helplessly floating Corvette now, next to a giant thing that has now destroyed all the towers around it, it gives off an unearthly scream as it turns upon you and goes to snap the thing in half. Oh, hey, look, I did it. Um, I'm going to absolutely obliterate the Corvette, as you all are now going to be falling to the ground. It'll be an athletics check for falling damage. You're not falling that far though. You know what? I'm gonna make it for my guys. It's a very low check. Okay,
Jeez.
because we're all heroes
Fast
here,
and
right?
says that us there, man. That's all.
All right, we
Incredible.
managed to fall. Now, who would like to do a check for me as the tower finally falls with Shiv and Scion Lysa? Gallagher is nowhere to be seen. I need someone to do a check. Shiv's pretty good. If you'd gotten into a duel with him, it would have been a 5d6. So I'm
What
gonna
do
say
what do you want me to roll?
5d6.
And it's -4 to the environmental risk, right? Environmental score.
No, because this is for Shiv, not for Ruxton. Unfortunately. No.
Oh,
Sorry. That -4 is for everyone, not just you. Did you realize that, Eric?
No.
Yeah, you pick one thing and everyone gets -4 for that thing.
Oh, that's good enough. I wasn't
Yeah.
aware of that, so
Sorry.
that's interesting.
Sorry. It's
So does
pretty good.
Shiv get that?
I'm fine with doing that since we didn't catch none of the other stuff. That's fine. Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
Well,
I don't
good.
know. You
Because
tell me.
I set it at a 13. So I'm happy to do that. As you see, Shiv has grabbed onto one of those guidelines from the side of the tower and has managed to, as it's all tumbling down, grabbed onto it and swung around towards the backside with Cyan Lysa under his arm as he lands safely off to the side of the scrapyard. Okay. There is 2 soldiers, Mother Ram, Mechazilla. Top of the round, it is Bartok's turn. We've never done this. Now, Lady Ram is badly wounded. You think if she takes one more hit, she's probably going to go down. Mechazilla, however, is a totally different thing. Um, I don't know if you want to try and fight it or if you want to try and run away. Bartok, what do you want to do?
I mean, she's an AI, and that thing is a big robot. So I'm assuming she's controlling it. So I gotta stop her, I guess.
Okay, hit me. You're the attacker.
Yeah, that's the assumption. I don't have any scores that would help me know anything other than she's probably controlling it.
Yeah.
Um, Actually, I'm gonna grab her by the front of her shirt. I don't know if there's such a thing as holding an attack, but I'm gonna tell her to make it stop, or so help me, I'm gonna do it. And if she looks like she's gonna scream or do something, I guess I hit her. Is that a
She's
holding my action
100%. Yeah,
kind of thing?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But just from her intentions, 100% she's going to try and take you out again. And as you
Okay.
grab her
No.
around here, what you thought was blood is a rust-colored oil that's pumping out of her.
Yeah. Okay. She's got murderous intent in her dead, glassy eyes. I'm gonna. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna put it to her. Yeah. I'm gonna end this. Hopefully. Oh, I just totally hit the wrong button. I'd love to roll that many eights. Uh,
That's a different game.
incredible hit. That's,
Well, that's pretty good. You're the
Oh, our
attacker.
talk.
I'm gonna buy. How many can I afford? I'm gonna buy. I have three I can buy. I'm gonna buy all three of them,
Okay.
and you get double points on that.
Okay, right.
So 21 again.
Okay. I got 9. The most I could get was 11. Yeah, tell me how you do it for real this time.
Real? Oh, I thought I did for real the last time. Uh, yeah, this is almost a sad state of affairs as I grab the front of her shirt and exhausted and bloody and barely standing, just drop the hammer straight into right across the face, probably snapping her neck across. Her head snaps to the side. Is the wiring rips loose from her torso.
And kind of like the hollow thunks of metal hitting the ground as her head pops off, hitting it. As soon as Mother Ram ceases to function, the green fog shimmers and then, and the same effect that when you first got the Star Child, it convalesces back into itself, into the center chest piece of the giant Mechazilla. And it stands and it roars to the heavens as now it seems to be fully under its own power. Ruxton,
Okay. Uh, a skyship destroyed. We landed on the ground somewhere.
yep, into the junkyard, the scrapyard itself. So you're surrounded by like small mountains of discarded gears and crashed vehicles.
Do I see Nephelina?
Yeah, she's about a half of a hill over, badly wounded. There's also 2 soldiers somewhere in this mix.
I will run to her first if I can make it.
Yeah, absolutely, you can make it.
Uh, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Ugh, your vocal cords were damaged in the fight. I knew it. Do I have any way to heal?
Alive? Are you okay?
Oh, no, I hear you. Fine. Uh, yeah. Um, ugh.
Well, it's funny that you should ask if there's any way to heal because I believe when we took a look at our characters to try and update them to see if we want to do anything new, I think you took a different ability.
I did. I'm a
Me?
survivalist. Is that the right one?
Yep.
I am gonna do it. I'm gonna be a survivalist. I want to add my vigor to my heal on Nephelina.
So it's going to be like a wits, right? Wits plus theory or theorize.
Theorize, and I have to spend a saga point. No problem.
Yep.
And so then I'm gonna do okay.
Oof. Wow. Oh wait, but no, you get to add how much to it?
And then I add my vigor's like score to it.
Yeah. What's the biggest
So
one?
it's a 10.
Okay, great. So the score you're trying to hit is a 9, right? And you
Oof.
either
Okay.
heal or do damage, and whatever the difference is. So you heal for 1 automatically, Nephelina,
Thank
which
If I spend another saga, can I have her heal for 2 more?
yes.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Thanks.
As Ruxton comes diving over the scrapyard and junk and throws it aside. All right.
There's guys in here. There's bad guys in here. There's guys with guns, and there's a giant dinosaur fucking metal thing. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here, man. I'm not freaking out.
Yeah. Anything about Lysa?
Who? Oh, yeah. I don't know where she is. She's in the
Trying to get
tower.
her
Was she in
out.
the tower?
Didn't we have a
Holding this
tower?
out somehow. I think we need to find her and get out of here.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Okay. You start making a run for it?
Mm-hmm. I like send a message like we're finding Lysa and we're getting out.
Where's Bartok?
Yeah, you're able to see him from across where kind of near the ramps where they come out, standing over the decapitated body of Mother Ram that you now see that she is an AI. Um,
What? Maybe is it close enough to head towards him?
yeah, for sure.
Would it make sense? I think we would go that way then.
All right, you guys dodge through the debris and the stomping footsteps of the Mechazilla as its first target of ire is one of the cult members, as it cleanly chomps it in half. There's the other two cultists absolutely freak out and panic and start to run themselves before they get quickly devoured by the beast. Okay, the creature is going to be on a blind rampage. You can escape, no harm, no foul. Gather everyone up and get to the escape part, or you can try and fight it. It seems like though you're more than happy to make a run for it. Is that right? You have damaged it for 2.
Out of who knows how much.
Do we get all the way up to Bartok?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's happening? What is that thing? What did you do? Is that Mother Ram? What is that? What is the thing? What are we supposed to do? What's happening?
Bartok is standing looking at the oil, the red oil, rusty oil, and wiring everywhere, momentarily speechless. AI? Mother Ram? What?
I
And
I I don't
looks
think
at the
we can.
two of you, hoping for an explanation.
I I did not see that coming. I don't I don't think we can beat this mech. I don't know. Nephilim is already hurt. I'm not feeling great, and we don't have the weapons or the ability to do anything about this. Right? Right?
I I'm realizing I can't really. Is blood coming? Is blood coming out? I don't know what she did to me. Let's get the hell out of here.
Okay. And we will.
I'm, let's. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna
Run
grab
away.
Mother Ram's head.
Yeah.
Someone should do something about this AI thing.
Yeah, like
I'll look
it'll
at it
be
later.
yeah, it's an important artifact to grab. And I will say that it makes sense then too that the creature like goes down and devours the rest of Mother Ram's body. Grrr. Okay, so you all managed to make an escape. Not a problem. As the city of BB Scrapyard gets mostly destroyed, before the remnants of the non-corrupt law enforcement are able to get organized and do a flyby and just do strafing attacks on it over and over until it finally um, stops moving, is basically all they can do. They did say right before it perished, there was a beam of green light that shot off into the cosmos before it perished. But that story is for another day. It is 11 p.m.